County, Corpus Christi, and the Coastal Bend area, and everybody on Facebook. Hi, this is your host, Raul Torres. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk, where today we're going to talk about some very important topic that pertains to every small business owner. So listen in. So let's, before we get started with today's agenda, let's just enjoy the message of Bachman Turner Overdrive with their classic hit, Taking Care of Business. All right. So we'll get started now. Let's count her down. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk, where you are going to get information you don't get anywhere else on Facebook or Instagram. That's right. We're going to try to keep it simple. So for those of you that have an interest, anybody out there that's watching and you would like a copy of today's presentation, feel free to post your email and we'll get it sent over to you as soon as possible. There you go. Go. Welcome to our episode again. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, to today, March 31st of 2026. And today we want to talk about something that pertains to every business owner. This is really serious stuff. This is where most of the small business owners fail. They get it wrong because they don't make time to understand. They think their tax preparer or their bookkeeper is going to help them somehow run this business better and make them more money and grow the business, and they can live the American dream. And that is totally wrong. I've been there, I've done that. Doesn't work. All that does is give you a job. So if you own a business and you think your bookkeeper is the answer to your success, you got it wrong. If you own a business and you think your tax preparer is the one that's going to make things clear for you, you got it wrong. The only person who really has a big impact on their business is you. You have to get involved. You have to understand. And you need to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. There's no shame in that. That's how we learn. And so today we're going to talk about a topic that impacts every small business user in America. Everyone. So before we get to that, let me start with a big happy birthday to two very special ladies in my life. My daughter Brandy, my granddaughter Avery. They both live in the Houston area, and I want to wish them a marvelous, amazing birthday to both of you. And also, if my nephew happens to be listening, I have a nephew, my sister's brother, Matthew. Matthew, happy birthday. And to all of you that are having a birthday today, happy birthday from all of us here at Raul Torres CPA PC. It is a beautiful day here in Texas. I wouldn't be anywhere else. So let's talk about it. Let's get down. Now, most small business owners do not understand how important accounting is. They don't. They do not understand how important financial statements are. They don't. Most small business owners think that they make enough money, but they don't. Most small business owners are content. Most small business owners have a information problem. That's it. Information problem. They lack proper understanding. And whoever is doing the work for them, well, put it this way, isn't the most qualified person to teach them. Because if the owner knows more than them, that's the wrong person. See, it's an old saying I learned many years ago. If you're in a room and you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You need to go find somebody else that's smarter than you so you can learn from them. So here's some questions I want everybody to consider. If you own a business, When you look at your financial statement, you know, your profit and loss, if you even know what that is, I hope you do because you should. What does it tell you? And how often do you do that? Are you making six-figure decisions based on poor financial statements? Inaccurate financial statements? When was the last time a qualified expert actually looked at your financial statements? How often do you produce them and analyze them and pull from them that information, that truth that everybody needs to know? Well, that's what we're here for. We're looking at these things to ensure that uh, what we need to do, what we need to do is learn this very important aspect of our business. All right. So let me see. I want you to relax. Just calm down, relax, get a pencil and paper. We're going to talk about some very important things that belong to everybody. All right. So, uh, first order of business is, are you ready to take some good notes? If you leave us your email, I'll send you a summary of the presentation. But still take your good notes. For those of you that are not aware of it, there's a little new instrument now available all over the internet. They have different names. But here's one I bought. It's called Plod. And Plod will record any conversation on your phone, face to face. It doesn't matter. It will summarize every word that was said, provide it to you either in transcript form or in an executive summary. It'll also keep a electronic record of the conversation itself, and you can go back to it and listen to it anytime you want. It's really cool stuff. For 150 or less, every business owner should have one of these, in my opinion. So get one if you want. If you're not great at taking notes, or you're a little bit slow, or you don't have a great memory, get one of these for yourself. Every small business owner should have one. It's one of the best investments you'll make. I bought mine years ago when they first came out, and it's been indispensable in keeping accurate records of what we say and what our clients say when we have a meeting. So, highly recommend that. Okay, so why does it matter? Why does it matter that you know what the financial statements say? Why does it matter? Listen, financial statements are more than just taxes. Financial statements are more than just taxes. You know, most people just think about this stuff. Oh, I got to file my taxes. No, wrong time. Too late. Ship sailed. You're done. You're at the mercy of the IRS. All right. Financial statements are not just about taxes. Financial statements are a tool. Ask a plumber if he doesn't have tools to do his job. Ask a carpenter if he doesn't have tools to do his job. Ask an engineer if he doesn't have tools to do his job. Ask a doctor if he doesn't have tools to do his job. Ask an accountant if they don't have tools to do their job. Everybody needs tools. That's the fact. And financial statements are just that, a tool for every manager, for every business owner to run their business more profitably, more accurately, right? More efficiently. All right. So, bottom line, your profit and loss, that report that you should be looking at every month, tells you about your performance. You as an owner, how did you do? That's what it is. It's going to tell you something you probably don't want to hear. If you don't have a lot of cash in the bank, you ought to take a look at the report. All right. Number two, the balance sheet, which most people don't even know what that is. The balance sheet is pretty much the condition of your company's health. So when you go to the doctor, right? One of the first things they do, oh, sit here, we're going to take your weight, we're going to take your blood pressure, they're going to see if you have a temperature, right? Those are basic measurements of what type of physical condition we're in. Well, the same thing. It is a basic measurement, the balance sheet, of your financial position. How much money you have, how much money you owe to other people, when is it due, and how have you done as far as the performance of your business. It's all packaged into one little, in most cases, one-page report. And then, of course, your cash flow, which hardly anybody talks about that, right? Hardly anybody. Right? Your cash flow, what is that? Your cash flow is not your profit. Your cash flow is how you use your money. It's a report of how you use your money. Do you know that in my practice, in our practice here at Raul Torres CPA PC, the average business owner doesn't have a home budget, and they don't have a business budget. They don't. And you would think, well, if I made $150,000, I don't need a budget. Oh, yes, you do. I have people that make $250,000, $400,000, and they got no money. They got no guardrails. They got no plan. Everybody needs guardrails. Everybody needs a plan to maximize their potential. All right. If your numbers are wrong, if you got a bookkeeper, oh, by the way, I've been doing this over 32 years. And I'm telling you right now, I've only met one bookkeeper, one that I would hire. Only one. Because the rest of the ones that I've met don't know what they're doing. It's not their fault. The people that employ them have more faith in them than their skill sets actually say. And so all they get is junk in, junk out, as they say. So what do your numbers say? And if you're relying on the numbers, if you're part of that group of small business owners who actually pay attention and you don't have accurate financials, you're going to make decisions based on bad information. That's why this stuff matters. That's why you should have a mindset, a desire, a willingness to improve your accounting information. If you want to grow your business, if you want more money in your pocket, if that is the goal, you should do this. And you don't even need to know how. You just need to know that you need it. That's the beauty of it. Most people say, well, I need to go study. I'll do my own QuickBooks. I'll save money. Yeah, knock yourself out. How in the world are you going to learn to do accounting when you haven't even had basic courses? You probably never dealt with the software to any great extent, and somehow you're going to do your own accounting. Good luck with that. Knock yourself out. You're not going to like the results. But if your business is important to you, then you're going to treat it carefully, just like a child. You're going to put in the time. You're going to surround yourself with the right people, and you're going to get it right because you cannot afford a mistake. All right. Here's a third component. Not only why this is important to you, but the cost. There are hidden costs. It's your money. You decide what you want. There are hidden costs for dealing with information that is bad or not accurate. Now, my question to you is, how important is your money to you? Most people that I've come across, and again, I've been doing this at Raul Torres CPA for over 32 years, and now we're PC. Most people would say it's very important to me, and yet their behavior doesn't match what their mouth is saying. If it's important to you, my gosh, why do you want to do your own accounting? If it's important to you, why don't you learn what a financial statement can tell you? If it's important to you, why? I don't know the answer to that. I'm still baffled. But there's hundreds of small business owners out there that fall into this mental trap that somehow they're the exception. Somehow they're going to get it all right dealing with inferior intellectual people who don't understand it as well as they should. So here's the number one cause for dealing with bad information or incorrect. You overpay taxes. Okay, write that down. You overpay taxes. I'm not kidding. This is a reality. You overpay taxes. Well, why would you want to do that? Did you know that? Just let me write that. Not understanding and not having accurate data results in you overpaying federal taxes. That's right. You overpay federal taxes. Let me see here. All right. So keep doing it. Knock yourself out. You'll get what you get. But if that wasn't enough, you also going to have what they call a surprise. What surprise, Raul? The surprise when you wake up one day and there's not enough money in the bank to pay your vendors, to pay your contractors, to pay your employees. I've been there. It is not a good feeling. And those of you that have been there, you remember the pain, you remember the worry, you remember the stress that you encountered, not having enough money. All right? And some of you do it to yourself. I've had some people who don't have financials for 2 or 3 years. I don't understand that. It's what they do to make a living. I've had clients who had bookkeepers for years, and the bookkeeper never produces a financial report. Never mind that if they did, it was accurate. That's another story. So they have surprises. The only thing that keeps them afloat is they make so much money, that they don't feel it because they just look at their bank account and say, hey, what's that? Oh, I got money. I'm good. No, no, you're not good. Because when the IRS comes calling or the comptroller, you're not going to probably like the result. All right. Third thing, never mind that you overpay in taxes. Never mind that you may wake up one day and not find out there's not enough cash. But every bad decision you make costs you money. Every one. Every one. So stop it. You can end this insanity today. All you need is a desire to do better. We're here to help. We're here to help. And there's other people like us, Raul Torres, CPA, PC, that can help. You just got to get going. You got to commit to this. All right. Here's another one. Bad financial data. Bad financial data or inaccurate allows you to miss opportunities to grow your business. Banks and other and lenders, they want a financial report they can trust, not something that's just somebody puts together and presses a print button and says here. You're not going to get the loan you want. You're not going to get a proper valuation. You're hurting yourself. All right. And lastly, well, not lastly, two more points. You are blind. When any business owner who doesn't have financials or doesn't have accurate financials is basically blind. They don't know what areas of their business are more profitable than others. They don't know which areas of the business they're bleeding cash. They don't know, so they can't fix what they don't see. My friends, there is a better way, and you can change that today if you have the courage to do so. That's what this show's about. To tell you the plain truth. There's a better way. And you can start today if you're not afraid to face the truth. Lastly, not having good financial statements or not having accurate financial statements and your ability to understand them, you face an additional liability and risk from the IRS. Because if you report something on a tax return that you shouldn't be reporting and you get audited because some bookkeeper doesn't know that, then guess what they're going to do to you? They're going to stick it to you. The man will stick it to you, and you're going to pay penalties and interest. And then what? 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 You're going to somehow think they're going to negotiate with you and lower that fee because you're a nice person? Don't even think about that. Okay. Let me tell you a story. There was a business owner. Many of them, they think they're profitable. They got money in the bank. And they're happy they get a paycheck. But in reality, what they don't see, what they don't see is that going out through the back door are thousands of dollars that they could have had, they could have invested, they could have built wealth, but they don't see it. They're bleeding and don't even know it. Now, I've seen lots of people like that, and they think they're so smart. It's so sad. Breaks my heart to watch this great potential just leaking right out the back door. They don't want help. They don't want advice. They're comfortable. It's very unfortunate, but that happens in small business all the time. All right. So, outcome. If you're willing to clean up your books, if you're willing to face the truth, if you're willing to fix the problems, you can increase your profitability, you can grow your company, and you can reduce your taxes all at the same time. And this happens because people trust other people with a blanket check. I mean, a blank check. Oh, you're a bookkeeper? Yeah, let me hire you. I need one. I see it all the time. They don't check their background. They don't check the quality of the work. They're setting themselves up for disaster. All right. All right. Accounting isn't about entering data into some software. That isn't accounting, guys. That isn't. That's data entry. I can teach my fourth grader how to enter data. I can teach my eighth grader how to do a tax return. It's not rocket science. Right? And so we missed the point. And so I want to encourage all of you that own a small business. Decide today if you want to double your business. Decide today if you want to double your profit. Decide today if you want to stop sending your hard-earned money to the IRS. And you can make it happen with the proper support. Remember, accounting isn't entering data. Heck, bookkeeping is not accounting. Bookkeeping is entering data into a program and keeping the books. Accounting is applying principles, proven principles, industry accepted standards to the data so that the data can tell you a story. Now that's accounting. Very few business owners do accounting. They settle for bookkeeping. You can do better. All right, so what can you do differently? I want to encourage you right now. Maintain books. If you're going to do your own bookkeeping, by gosh, at least hire somebody with the expertise to look at your books and verify if the data is entered correctly or if it needs to be changed. Now, I don't do that unless you're willing to accept criticism that things aren't prepared correctly. Some of you get your feelings hurt like that. Somebody says something and you go off like on a whim like that because your feelings get hurt. This isn't about feelings, my friends. This is about improving your financial life. Let's get it fixed. Get it fixed today. You can do that. Number two, review your financial status regularly, like every month, every 2 weeks. And if you're bleeding, we got to look at it every day. You, it's your money. It's your money. That's all I can tell you. You do what you want. But right now, this very second, business owners woke up this morning, they hit on the floor, they go out and do what they're going to do, and some of them are going to bleed money, which means that every time they go do a service call or every time they sell something, they're not making the profit they think they should be making. I mean, that they believe that they are making, but they're not. And they don't even know it. When I ask a business owner, how much does it cost to put a truck on the road for a service call? They have no clue. When I ask a business owner, what is your gross margin? They don't even know it. When I ask them, what is your labor percent? What are you talking about? When I ask restaurant owners, what is your normal cost of goods sold? Food costs, paper costs, beverage costs. They have no clue. All right. Use accurate numbers to help you make better decisions. And lastly, work with proactive advisors. Look, if all you do is take your information to a tax preparer, that ain't going to work. Keep doing it if you want. Good luck with that. You'll never be a millionaire. You'll never achieve the greatness, not statistically speaking, right? You need to be proactive. You need to talk with a professional that understands your business, understands your personal objectives, who has the expertise to help solve your challenges and your problems. That's what you need. That's what smart business owners do. They maintain clean books. They review their financials. They work with proactive advisors, and they're willing to pay for that because what they pay them, that guy or that woman is going to give them a whole lot more in results. And they use the financial data to make better decisions about their business. Look, I can't be more blunt than this. If you're making the business decisions right now without accurate financials, you are taking on unnecessary risk and you're paying the IRS more in taxes than you should. So either you're not making a profit or you're giving Uncle Sam much more money than you legally have to. Now, which of those two do you love the most? Because right now, if you don't take any action, that's what you're doing. Number two, right now, we're in a position to work with certain types of business owners. If you're a business owner that has at least $200,000 in revenue and you're not making profit, profit at least, let me see, $60,000 profit, you're bleeding somewhere. You're bleeding somewhere in most cases. We offer a free consultation. We'll offer a free review of your financial data. We'll tell you exactly what we see. We won't fix the problem for you, but we'll tell you. And then if you decide you want to engage, then maybe we're a good match for each other. Third, in this process, once you engage us, if we are a good match, you decide and we decide we want to work with you, we will uncover those profits that are leaving out through the back door, that are seeping through the cracks. We will uncover the dollars you're giving Uncle Sam that you don't want to send them anymore. You want to keep them, build wealth, and we'll clarify things in your language. That's what we do. We don't wait to be asked to do something. We start doing something before you ask. That's who we are at Raul Torres CPA PC. Visit us online at www.raultorrescpa.com. Go check us out. Go see our recommendations, our referrals, partners. I mean, we try very hard to be very good at what we do every single day. And we got the best staff that I've ever worked with. So from the person that you meet when you walk in to the person that you meet with your issues, whether it be myself or our tax manager or Jennifer, our VP of operations, or our office administration for Celeste, or our payroll, Christina, whoever you meet with, we're going to deal with you professionally, speak your language, and help you get on the track to start being more profitable, start keeping more of your money, and hopefully you get a better night's sleep. So why don't you take advantage of this free consultation? Just call us at 361-854-0822. 361-854-0822. And schedule a free consult. You got nothing to lose but a little bit of time. Why don't you do that? Let's get your business healthy. Remember, if you make 200,000 or more and you have more more than 3 employees, then you might be a good match for us. All right? If you're doing more than that and you're not getting your accountant to return your phone calls, you're not getting them to deliver your tax returns on a timely basis, we can fix that easily. That's not a problem. And you're looking for better, then come see one of the best. Last 4 years, we've been voted by our fellow citizens as the Community Choice Awards 4 years in a row as the best accounting firm in Corpus Christi. Come check us out. Again, www.raultorrescpa.com or give us a call 361-854-0822 and visit us either on Facebook, Instagram, or online and come see what we can do to help you. All right. Have a great day and thank you for listening to. Again, if you want a copy of our notes, send us an email, post it right there, or send us an email to admin@raultorrescpa.com. Admin, ADMIN, at raultorrescpa.com, and we'll make sure we'll get it out to you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to share this with your friends. If you didn't catch all of it, we're going to post this on our Facebook page, and we're also going to post it on our YouTube channel at Torres TV TX. Just go check us out on YouTube. All right. Thank you. Have a great day. God bless you.
Happy Easter.
Oh, by the way, Happy Easter for those of you that believe in Jesus. Uh, 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 I know next week people are going to be celebrating the resurrection of Christ, and while we don't know exactly what day that is, uh, uh, the idea is what matters is that Jesus was born of a virgin. He came, he left us a great example how to live. He told us the wisest words ever. He died for our sins, and then 3 days, as he promised, he rose from the dead to prove who he said he was. God bless y'all. Have a great day.